Today, we are talking about PCOS and the most effective way to manage it. Let me guess, you've been told to just lose weight, go on the pill, or come back when you're ready to get pregnant. But what if I told you that PCOS is more than a reproductive disorder? It's actually a whole body metabolic and hormonal condition that you actually have control of. I am Stephanie. I am a compounding pharmacist and functional nutritionist at People's Pharmacy, and I want to walk you through the foundations of PCOS in a way that actually supports your body, not suppress it. All right, so let's start with foundation number one, and that is blood sugar management. And this one we definitely cannot skip because most PCOS symptoms like irregular periods, acne, hair growth, fatigue, it is all rooted in blood sugar instability and insulin resistance. When your blood sugar levels swing, your insulin spikes. And when insulin is high, it's actually telling your ovaries to make more testosterone. And that's when you'll start noticing things like acne and hair growth in unwanted places like your chin or your jawline. Now, nutrition wise, I always recommend focusing on protein, fats, and fiber intake. For protein, aim for at least 1 gram per body pound of pound of body weight, or simply aim for a minimum of 120 to 150 grams of protein daily. To achieve this, you can think of it as at least 35 grams of protein per meal and then 20 grams of protein per snack. As for fiber, make sure you aim for at least 25 to 35 grams of fiber daily. So choosing carbs high in fiber can be really helpful and an easy way to achieve this. So think of things like your quinoa, oatmeal, and sweet potatoes. These are all very supportive of your PCOS journey. Another thing I like to recommend to keep your blood sugar levels stable is to eat every 3 to 4 hours. If you're going, 5 hours or 6 hours without eating, that is going to cause a drop in your blood sugar levels, which will trigger your stress hormone cortisol. One of the easiest ways you can also support your blood sugar after meals is simply to go for a walk. This should be a relaxing walk, preferably outdoors if you can, and just 15 to 20 minutes can make a profound impact on your blood sugar. Now let's talk about foundation number two, which is your stress. Stress and cortisol can further increase things like insulin and testosterone, which can make PCOS symptoms worse. For women with PCOS, one major issue is the lack of ovulation, which means you're not producing enough progesterone. And that's when you have the PMS symptoms, the anxiety, the fatigue, and the really, really long cycles. So I understand stress will exist no matter what stage of life you're in, but it's how we cope and manage it that matters. So we really want to focus on the foundational habits like sleep, breath work, getting sunlight first thing in the morning, and that is, yes, before the light of your phone hits your eyeballs, and eating a well-balanced breakfast. Now let's move on to foundation number three, and that is talking about inflammation and your gut health. Did you know that many women with PCOS will also have gut issues like bloating, constipation, skin flares? That all ties back to chronic inflammation. Your gut is responsible for clearing excess hormones and supporting immune balance. When gut health is compromised, estrogen can recirculate and your immune system may attack hormone-producing tissues. A foundational PCOS plan is going to include things like reducing processed seed oils, things like sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, vegetable oil. All those should be, replaced with things like coconut oil, avocado oil, and olive oil, which is much better for you. Supporting your gut lining with things like bone broth or L-glutamine. And of course, including probiotic-rich foods like sauerkraut and kefir can be so beneficial to all the good gut bacteria that you do have. Now, I want you to know that PCOS presents with many hormonal symptoms, like we've talked about, like fatigue, mood swings, acne, weight gain, infertility. But it is ultimately a metabolic disorder that drives it. Your body is simply trying to communicate with you, and by working on the foundations that I talked about today, you'll actually see long-lasting results that prescriptions and supplements alone can't give. If you have any questions, please reach out to a team member of People's Pharmacy, and we're happy to help.